How you doing, Brother Mike?
Good, G-Paw. How you doing this afternoon?
Doing great. How has your week been, brother?
It's been pretty good. Weather in the 70s, and then starting tomorrow, it's going to be 89 plus, so about 110 at the end of the week.
Brother, our heat index is like 110 already.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty warm outside. But hey, my rodent room is staying about 75 degrees, so I'm good.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. Good insulation and everything.
Had to get it adjusted real good with it. We put a portable AC in the window.
Yeah,
But
that'll help out a
I
whole
have a
lot.
lot of work. Probably going to have a lot of work to do here next month. 'Cause Reggie from the Morph Vault will be here within the month, probably.
That's
And I'm
awesome.
hoping that they can buy. I'm hoping that they can buy the home right behind me. Our backyards match up to each other,
Yeah,
and we can put a fence in the gate, a gate in the fence,
yeah.
because we're going to combine rodents and those kind of things and work everything together.
There you go.
But I'm going to be excited for that. I'll probably have after he gets here and gets settled in, I will probably release some animals because we're going to compare the collections and release the redundancy.
Yep.
And determine which ones complement each other better, kind of thing.
There you
And
go. It's always good to find somebody that you trust, and
he's done this for like 10 years or so,
hmm
and I'm
yeah,
brand new. I'm brand new, really. So it's greatly beneficial to me, and he's
yeah,
already been such a great help. Not only to me, but with the wife, with her cresties and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Congratulations on the eggs she just got recently too.
yeah, she's excited about that. Well, I'm gonna play a couple of commercials in the beginning to get it out of the way. Not all of them, and then we'll bring our friend out here, Will from 217 Pythons. Some people call him Amish Will. Some call him Posty. I call him Friend.
For
And
sure.
we'll pull the scales back and see what's going on with him. All right. Let me see. I think I have a new one from BNS made up for me. So let's see how it goes.
Tired of the hassle and waiting? Cocoa to go is ready to use right out of the bag. At BNS Reptilia, quality isn't a goal. It's the standard behind every animal they produce and every product they create. When you're ready to upgrade your enclosures, make sure you choose the substrate that's triple washed, low dust, and built to deliver moisture retention for serious reptile keepers' demands.
If you haven't tried Husbandry Pro, go sign up. I think it has a free trial to begin with. After that expires, you can reuse the code RivenForge60 for 63 days and extend that free period by 2 more months. So it makes your collection a lot easier to manage and maintain. You sell an animal and you've been putting all the things in there. You can click off and print an information sheet about all its feedings, sheds, whatever you chose to put into that system. So it's a really good deal.
And
So
sorry.
you go ahead, sir.
I was going to say there's no excuse why you can't use it. Oh, I'm not tech savvy or anything like that, or I don't have the time. It's very accessible, especially as a blind breeder. It's very accessible for my voiceover. So if I can use it, anybody can use it.
That's right. If you're ready, we're going to bring Mr. Will back out to the stage and start talking with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Will, welcome to Behind the Scales. How you doing, brother?
I was on mute. What's up, everybody? How you guys feeling?
What's up, Will? Welcome in. We appreciate you coming on to the show.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
appreciate you guys having me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So we been looking forward to this. At least I have. We've had a lot of the people from what I call Wizard's Gang, friends, whatever, on the show.
Yeah, gang crew.
And we hadn't had you yet. But maybe one day I can talk Ash into it, but I doubt it. We'll see.
Heck yeah.
I just respect him a lot.
Yeah, Ash is definitely a cool guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, I'm gonna say Husbandry Pro definitely is easy to use. I was one of those people who was like, man, this shit's too complicated, whatever. I was talking to the homie Zach at the last Tinley, not this weekend, but the last Tinley. I was like, you know what? I was like, how do I make this shit easier for my high ass to use? And he started messing around with it and doing stuff. And he's like, well, it's like, don't be high. And then he was like, no, he started showing me how to use it and stuff. And he designed it specifically to be stoner friendly so he can use it. So
Right. I was going to say, high should not be a qualifier there because I'm sure Zach probably is. Not in a bad way. I won't say that, okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit about...
BNS commercial is fire, too. I like that. BNS commercial you guys had at the beginning there.
Yeah. Ashley from Catalina Morph Mixer made that new one for me.
That's awesome. Oh,
Yeah, shout out to Ashley.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Ashley's awesome.
She does a good job with things. And I appreciate her commitment to the community and helping out, just like everyone else does as well. So tell us a little about you, Will, where you came from, what shaped you in your life, those kind of things to start out with.
I'm just a simple guy. Born and raised in Chicago, on the northwest side, kind of rough areas, and I would say that's kind of made me who I am. Just where I grew up, my upbringing. A part of that was a neighborhood pet store where I had my very first job in 6th grade. And I wouldn't say that's where like my passion for reptiles started, because it was earlier than that. But that's definitely where it flourished, where it bloomed, where it was cultivated at. The guys that ran that place definitely seen like the passion that I had, and they took that and they let me run with it.
That's cool.
It taught me all about different types of snakes, different species of lizards. They gifted me a big ass Nile monitor that I had when I was really young. That thing was awesome.
Right.
But yeah, because of them, I got to have the experience of keeping like lots of different reptiles and working with lots of different reptiles. And that's where like the passion that I have now for like getting new keepers into the hobby and teaching kids and stuff like that. I think that's where that started, because like one of my favorite things of working there was like girls would come in and be terrified of snakes, and then an hour later they'd be leaving with like a $700 setup and a snake. And
right. Yeah.
It wasn't so much the selling system that like, I got off on, was the teaching them and getting them over their fear, and like, you know, getting them to accept the snakes or reptiles as any other animal, teaching them that they're not slimy, they're not scary, they're not going to kill
Right.
you, you know, stuff like that. Just getting people to learn about the animals and respect them and stuff. That's what I thought was cool.
And it's awesome that they let you in there at that age to start that kind of thing, because, you know, we're most impressionable during our younger years, and we learn and catch on to things and appreciate things more. And I'm sure that was like a great mentorship for you as well.
100%. 100%. I think you guys know. So I moved away from Chicago for a while. I went and lived down about 4 hours away in an Amish town. So when I moved back here a couple years ago, I found out that those guys still own and run another pet shop that they had. They've been that one's actually been in their family since like the 1920s.
Oh,
Wow.
So I definitely one of the very first things I did when I came back to Chicago was went over there and to their shop and met up with them and just couldn't like thank them for that experience and cultivating my passion like that and stuff, and just showing them where it's brought me today and showing them like my Instagram and my morph market and shit like that, and they were super impressed like about the Tinley show, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that's always. Oh, sorry, G-Paws.
No, you go, brother.
That's always a good feeling, when they know they've been open for a while, like you said, the 1920s, and family owned and operated and stuff like that, and they give a chance, give you a chance, like you said, when you're in the 6th grade, they kind of knew in you, hey, this is a kid, he's passionate about his work, passionate about learning, he's not like any other kid like nowadays. I know this, I know everything, you have the patience and stuff like that. So that's pretty awesome. And when you were saying like you got the now lizard or whatever, it reminded me of the book of Al the alligator. So.
Oh yeah.
When you're talking about the bad streets or bad area of Chicago, you know what it reminded me of immediately? Were you ever a wrestling fan of any kind?
Yeah, I was when I was younger. Yeah, during the Stone Cold and the Rock era and stuff like that.
Well, it took me back to the Freebirds in Bad Street, USA.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah.
Well, we're going to shout out those few that we got in here right now. It'll grow by the end of the show.
Pause.
We got Mr. Mike Duval, double dipping.
Yeah, double dip.
And we got Wiz. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. I know you're here to support Coach Wiz. Well.
It was a great show last night, as always.
Yeah. Will here, double dipping.
Oh, yeah.
And as everybody likes to say, Dickie Foster.
What up? Appreciate you tapping in, bro.
As Wiz says, the best name in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
And Michael, Reptile Dysfunction.
What up, bro?
Appreciate you coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, the wife's out and about working today, but she's always got her eye on what I'm doing. So,
Miss Karina.
What's up, G-Ma?
She's spying on me.
Appreciate you keeping G-Paw in track, keeping him.
It's a hard job sometimes. She asked me this week, do we have any snakes coming in? I said, well, yeah.
Maybe.
I'm trying to move a couple of males because I need some rack space, actually. I may be getting one today. I don't know. I bought this, I think it's an ARS rack, 11 high, like it's 40 quart series, the 40 series, whatever you want.
5540 or 54.
Yeah. And they've got one of those still, and they have a Freedom breeder the same size, except it's 70 series. A buddy of mine's going to buy it, and he asked me if I wanted the other one, and he would get it and let me pay him back. So if he gets it, I'll do that for sure.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Before I forget, I do have a gravel male. It's just a gravel male, and I have a spot nose clown male available if anyone's interested. So, going from Chicago to a small Amish town, how was the culture shock there?
I guess it was a big culture shock. It was definitely quiet, which was expected. But the food, man, like I missed Chicago food so much. You just cannot find anything like that down there. I grew up a lot on like Puerto Rican food and Mexican food.
Yeah.
You can't even find ingredients to cook hardly any of that stuff down there.
Oh yeah.
And I missed, like, it's weird to say, but I missed like the sirens and the noise and shit like that. Down there, everything's closed by like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Like people are in bed getting ready for work the next day, and yeah, it's
Now,
a big difference.
the Amish community you was there, where you were around, did they use vehicles, or they were more strict and do the horse and buggies only, or?
So that's a good question. They definitely do the horse and buggies, but a lot of the younger Amish, I would say like 30 and younger, maybe even a little bit younger than that. 'Cause like usually by 30, they kind of got their head out of their ass and they know if they're going to be Amish or not.
Yeah.
But the younger kids and stuff, they definitely use technology. They have phones, they have Facebook accounts, and they drive cars. The house where I lived is a pretty big property. So we had like a house, the in-law house, a few barns, a machine shop, and there's this guy down the road. He has about 20 kids. So a majority of more than half of them, you know, they all have cars, and they would park them on my property behind the machine shop. So they'd ride their horse and buggy down there, tie up the horse, and get in their car and, you know, go fuck off for the night, and then come back 4 o'clock in the morning, drunker than shit, parking their cars all crazy and getting back on their horse and going home.
Did you ever charge them to park?
No, but eventually had to like get them kicked out of there because they were just getting too stupid with it. I had a car that was parked over back there that apparently at some point it had gotten flipped over.
Oh no!
So they got it right side up and dragged it back on the property, but it looked like shit, and it was completely full of like liquor bottles and beer cans where you, like literally you open the door and it falls out. Then the last straw was one day they were at the edge of the driveway, like right where you pull onto the street, and they were just spinning the tires, kicking up smoke, scaring the horses and the cows and everything.
Yeah.
And the dude driving had another Amish chick riding him in the front seat. You doing it, shit. My kids are outside.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's like, you guys can't be like this drunk and belligerent and doing stuff like this, you know, like you're gonna run over my kid or they're gonna see what you're doing, and it's like, yeah, so they had to find somewhere else to park after that.
We had a few more come in. We got the Mofo family with us, and of course,
John?
Of course, the first lady of all podcasts, the one who supports everybody every day, Mitzi.
Appreciate you, Mitzi.
Hey, Mitzi.
Her grandson Parker. Hello, Parker. I got to say hello to the young man every time. I think he gets a kick out of it. He probably thinks
the Amish definitely use technology and stuff like that, though they're not as strict as you'd think. I think there's some like, you know, like older ones, and depends on what church they go to if they're strict or not.
Yeah,
it's up to the bishop what you are and aren't allowed to do. So a lot of them, they do have like, you know, electric washer and dryer in their house and stuff like that, but instead of hooked up to the electricity, they run it off of 12-volt car batteries. That's like their cheat.
Yeah, that and generators too.
Yeah. A lot of them now, they own generators. A lot of them now are putting solar panels on their house because, you know, the energy is free and it's natural. It's coming from the sun. So that's, yeah.
I guess.
Right.
I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well just do it, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you'll see a lot of people that are dressed Amish and just pulling up in their car, like going to the gas station or, you know, wherever. And those people are what's called Mennonite. So they decided after like their Rumspringa type of thing that they didn't want to be Amish no more, but their values and their religion and their church is still important to them. So it's like they live like, they call us English. So they live like English people, but they still hold their values and their religion and stuff like that.
Yeah. We have a large Mennonite community here where I live in Pensacola. And I grew up in Kentucky, so I did experience some Amish people and things going to different places. And I admire their family values. It's like my daughter lived north of me for a while here in Florida, and one of their neighbors, they were men in their barn burnt down.
Oh no.
And that weekend, in a matter of hours, it was erected again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They all just come over and got to work and worked hard and contributed to it, and that community is important. I think we need more of that in the English world, if you will.
Yeah, the kids are very respectful in the community. My dad owned a big fruit market down in Kentucky, in Louisville, and he would go summers, and that's all he would buy is directly from the Amish people. And the kids were getting everything loaded as dad was buying it from the auction, and the women making pies and stuff, and here thinking for this and that. I mean, they're just amazing people, and you can't get better homegrown stuff than from the Amish people.
Oh no, yeah,
what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the young Amish going out and partying and behind the scenes kind of thing and all that good stuff. I guess my question is, how much more did that intensify during Rumspringa?
I don't think that you really notice Rumspringa, because it's more of like when they come of age or turn 18 type thing. So it's not like a yearly event where all the kids go out. It's just hey, this guy turned 18, so now it's his time to figure it out type of deal. So you don't really see it intensify because it's not like a seasonal thing or nothing like that. But in the summertime, when the cornfields are high, you definitely see what they'll do is plow a path through one of the fields, and they have a big circle in the middle and shit, and they'll drive their trucks back there and everybody in a circle and have a fire and throw parties back there. And those parties get crazy.
So
crazy.
From your experience, you remember that show they had on there about the Amish people, and they had the guy that's kind of like the leader of a mafia, if you want.
Yeah, the Amish mafia.
Yeah.
Is that any? I mean, do they have factions like that per se, or is that just the TV?
That's definitely more just the TV. The Amish people, at least where I live, a lot of them know about that show and they think that it's hilarious. So it is definitely TV, but I would say it's not that far fetched because, without being disrespectful to anything, the Amish people are very, very, very nosy. It's understandable. They don't got shit else to do, and they move at a slow pace, so they see a lot more than we see, in our busy lives and driving 90 miles an hour. So it's not so much of a mafia type thing, but you never know who's in that buggy coming down the street and is going to see you, what you're doing, and then go back and tell the bishop, and then when you go to church on Sunday, your ass is in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, getting back to the reptiles and things, how did you come up with the name 217 Pythons?
So because I started my breeding journey, I guess you want to call it, when I still lived down there by the Amish, and so the area code for Central Illinois is 217.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of where it started. But then I didn't really want to go the area code things. I thought it was kind of cliche and cheesy and overdone or whatever.
Yeah.
So I started trying to think of another name. Couldn't really come up with anything. And then I just started looking at the number 217 itself and what it was besides an area code. And the number 217 has a lot to do with manifestation, positive energy, positive thinking mindset, letting go of negative thoughts and fears and stuff like that. And that's everything that I'm about. So it was kind of like that name was meant for me. It was meant to stick. It wasn't about the area code. It was about who I am, what I stand for, my values, things like that. So 217 is there to stay.
Well, you know, here at Behind the Skills, we really try to dig into people's lives and share struggles and victories and things like that, so that people in the world that may be, you know, tune us in, that everybody suffers. Everybody's going through something, and it's not, you know, they're not just singled out and they're the only ones suffering kind of thing. And that being positive and different things, and there's different ways to overcome your obstacles in life. So I guess one of my questions for you is, what's one of the hardest things in life that's happened that you've had to deal with, that got you, that really got you, you know what I'm saying?
I would have to say probably the passing of my son's mother. That was definitely a big hit. I woke up basically and found her laying next to me, passed away. That was definitely scary. That image of that sight that day sticks in my head and haunts me literally every single day. It's been like 12 years now, and it still fucks with me like really bad.
Yeah, especially
it haunts me. And then, you know, it left me as being a single father, like literally with a newborn baby by myself, not knowing what to do, what my next move was going to be, what my future was going to look like. It's definitely a big turning point and a big wake-up call for me, for my life. So that's definitely one of the toughest struggles that I've had to face.
Shout out to Pat for tuning in. We appreciate you, brother.
What up, Pat?
Appreciate it.
So, you know, I lost my first wife as well. My children were, I think, 10 and 11, somewhere in there at the time. So I know it's difficult, and that's where the, you know, physical pain is hell, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can get used to physical pain, but mental pain is a lot worse. You know, what's some of the things that helped you deal with that and try to, you know, like you say, you don't forget it. It doesn't go away, you know, and eventually other things enter into your life and takes up time, and you're not focused on it, you know, hyper focused on it all the time. But what helped you?
Right. To get over that specifically, I can't even say that I'm over it, because like I said, so much of me to this day. But
cope with it.
I was severely depressed for a really, really long time. And then what helped me finally to start letting go was literally to start letting go. To start like I had to like let go of all like the little things that like reminded me of her, and like little knickknacks from the house or some of her belongings that I was just holding on to, you know, for like no reason, and just shit like that. Like any type of like little reminders, which, you know, most people would usually like hold on to stuff like that and stuff like that. But for me, it was like I had to let that stuff go, like kind of an out of sight, out of mind type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each person's different, whether like a pillow, say if somebody passed away, they'll keep the pillow and, you know, the pillowcase and not wash it, you know, just for the smell. But, you know, some people, that's their way of coping with it, is, you know, how you have to get rid of it. You know, you still have the feelings for that person. You're not like getting rid of everything, you know, you still have the good times, you know, the good memories and stuff, especially with the baby and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Well, this year was 22 years since she passed, and you know, I remarried and got divorced, and then remarried G-Paws, and I have a full life, but this year was one of the hardest years to deal with it, man. It was just like during that it happens every year. I get down, depressed, aggravated, grumpy, kind of thing. But this year, it really hit hard. I don't know what the difference was, but it's definitely hard to deal with, and I will always have you in my prayers for that reason, for sure.
Thank you, appreciate you. Insane.
And you have a son or a daughter?
I have one of each, but I have a son with her, and then I had a daughter with my wife afterwards.
Okay. Definitely. I know it's got to be hard on them, and they deal with things so differently.
Yeah.
My daughter is the oldest. She dealt with it a little bit more maturely. I mean, it hurt her badly, don't get me wrong, but my oldest son turned into a monster. He let that hurt build inside of him, and didn't really notice it at first. I noticed that he wasn't really grieving, if you want to say that. Mm-hmm. But then I got a call from school, and when I got there were like 18 police cars there.
Oh wow.
And some boy was messing with him, and he thought after he beat the snot out of him, he should shove him in a dumpster and lock it up.
Oh wow.
But he did that for a while. I mean, he was up until his son was born, my grandson. If you looked at him wrong, it was over. He gonna beat the hell out of you. Right. And fortunately for him, he's right now he's probably 6'4", 250, and those kind of things come natural to my family. Sports, fighting, those kind of things, just gifted in those areas, if you want to say that. So he didn't get hurt or anything, but it could have been bad. But they all, they all deal with things differently for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that for a second, G-Paw, about how your son was holding that in, losing his mom and stuff. It's it's still men's mental awareness health month.
Yeah.
Just reach out to anybody. If you need some help, even just to talk or anything like that, just talk about it, because it does help. I didn't think it would, talking about different things that's happened, and eventually you're like, you're probably sitting there by yourself and like, damn, I should have been doing this more often, but I didn't want to be like cry baby or anything like that. But the more you talk about it, you learn to cope, with those things.
Well, unfortunately, society makes it hard for men in a lot of ways. We expect women to share their feelings and maybe break down or whatever, but a lot of times men get judged harshly for doing that.
Oh, yeah.
For sharing or showing their invulnerability. So we become pre-calloused, if you will, to not do that, because we know that how people look at us differently. Once there's too many people look at men who are men, a man's man, if you want, a masculine male. They think that you should be invincible, and I think that we do that to ourselves as well. We don't want to show weakness. We want to, kind of thing, and I just believe, like Mike said, I think it's harder for men to share feelings and things like that. But I'll be the first one to tell you, it's okay for a man to cry. It's okay for you to share your feelings. It's okay to be inevitable. While we are male and female and, whatever, can't think of the word, but we're still human and we have the same feelings.
Yeah,
definitely.
So, sorry, G-Paw.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, what's one piece of advice that you got from the older generation, where it be your father, grandfather, a neighbor, a teacher, anything like that, you still use in today's, in everyday life? And what would be one piece of advice that you'd like to leave to a younger generation?
I think it would be the same piece of advice that I got and that I would want to leave for the younger generation. when I was younger and my grandpa was still around, we were, best friends. He taught me pretty much, I don't want to say everything I know, but he taught me a lot in the time that he was here. And the main thing that he taught me has stuck with me to this day is to just respect. Always be respectful and be kind to people. You don't know what somebody else is going through,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
you don't have to know, and you don't have to care. But be kind and be respectful and stuff like that, and treat people the way that you want to be treated.
100%. Do you think there's something about you that people just misunderstand? Anything you can think
I think some people take my kindness for weakness.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not like a loud type of person or confrontational type of person. I'm very respectful and kind, but at the same time, I stand on business. If you get in my way, I'll run you the fuck over.
Right.
No questions asked, period. I'm not looking back. I'll run you the fuck over. And I don't mean that in a rude way or disrespectful way, but like, I have shit to do. I have my life to live, kids to take care of. And you're not getting in my way.
Right. 100%. Mike, take the stage for a minute. I have to run out to the restroom. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're good, G-Paws.
I've never done this before, but it just hit.
No, it happened. So what's some of the the current species of animals do you have? You just have ball pythons, or do you have other species?
So right now I have ball pythons, king snakes, carpet pythons, and dumeril's boas.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
I've been talking about it for a long time about getting back into scorpions and breeding scorpions again. I'm just waiting until the time is right.
Yeah. You'll know when the time's right, with certain things.
Yeah. I've been this close to pulling the trigger a couple times over like the past year or so, but it just hasn't felt right. So when it feels right, or I find the one, that I think I really want to work with or whatever, then I'll make that happen.
Sorry about that. Wheel was cutting out a little bit.
Oh, you're good. And then I've been thinking about slimming down a little bit on the ball pythons, and then getting back into some type of lizard species. I don't really know what yet.
Yeah.
I had tokay geckos. I've had a lot of different gecko species. So I kind of want to get back into tokay geckos. Those are pretty cool. I like listening to them at nighttime when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, my oldest, she wanted to do a lot of the geckos and stuff, and I was like, we'll wait, and kind of glad I waited because she moved out. She graduated back in December, but didn't turn 18 in February, but she graduated, May 31st. I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't get them because I'm not gonna. One gets out, I'll never find it. I'll be jumping all over stuff. But do you find that the animals that you have kind of helps you through some of those dark situations that you find at times?
I would have to say yes and no. That's kind of a weird question for me because, like I said, yes and no. It's not so much the animal itself that I think helps me get through, but like when I'm mad or something, I like to go smoke and shit to calm down, or something like that. So smoking and then just having like one of the bigger snakes, around my neck, or playing with them, or like it forces you to slow down. It forces you to think about something else because like your thoughts can't really be over here. Like you got to watch this snake and make sure it's not going to hurt itself. It's not going to hurt you, which it most likely isn't going to. But
because they can definitely tell tension and stress and stuff like that. I feel like they can. But they know, like the surround, just like with a dog or a cat or anything like that. They can sense stuff that a lot of people, humans really can't.
Yep. Definitely. I don't know if you guys know, but I work at a dog grooming facility, and the dogs definitely pick up on your stress. If you're stressed out, the dog's going to be stressed out and act accordingly. If you just take that step back and just breathe and calm yourself down, and the dog will reset too, and he'll be calm and chill and stuff like that. One of the biggest pieces of advice that I always give my employees is we keep chocolate, like a big, huge candy jar full of chocolate. And I always tell people, if you feel stressed out, go eat a piece of chocolate. Eating that piece of chocolate might not necessarily make you feel like you're not stressed anymore, but it's going to start releasing dopamine and serotonin in your body and bringing your stress level down, and the dogs smell that and pick up on that. So they smell your happy chemicals. Now they want to be happy.
Yeah.
Because, so it definitely works.
Sometimes you get a Chihuahua in there that thinks he's 150 pounds. It's going to tear you up. You get a big bull mastiff that's 100, whatever, how much ever they weigh, just calm as can be.
Biggest baby.
Yeah, you just never know.
Yeah, I've come across a lot of dogs in my life, and the only one I ever had bite me was a little damn smash-faced Pekingese. Yeah,
I've been definitely bit quite a few times by probably more breeds than I can count, but though I've been bit twice by the same Jack Russell Terrier. He's fucked me up pretty good both times.
Right.
Yeah, so
let's talk about your collection a little bit more now. What was your first ball python, and what is your favorite one now?
Ooh, my first one. Damn, what was my first one? I know it was nothing special.
Shout out to Bray.
So my first ball python actually was one that I got from PetSmart. That's kind of how my journey started. My wife randomly told me one day that she wanted a snake for Mother's Day.
Right.
So I went to PetSmart and got one and bought it for her. It was supposed to be just a normal ball python, but after I started learning more about morphs and stuff like that, it was definitely like a really, really nice blackhead. I ended up selling it about a year later. But what was the second half? My first one, and would you say my favorite one?
Yeah.
I think my favorite one that I have right now is a Cypress Honey Orange Dream Clown that I got from the Herpenharbens.
Yeah.
I just really like the contrast. It's got like some of that burnt orange, but then like the alien head pattern is just really bright cream color yellow and just stands out against the rest of the snake. And I think it's just like a good base and starting point for where I'm trying to go with my ball python projects. And I just want to really ramp up that burnt orange color, and see how much more red I can make it. But at the same time, I would just want to make the alien heads really pop at the same time and contrast against that red. So
maybe get some lace in it.
Yeah, I think adding some lace in there, maybe a little black pastel, the bullet gene. I got some plans. I don't want to give away too much sauce, but I got some plans. I think that the combination of genes that I'm thinking in my head and working with is gonna.
I think that will be great.
Some cool stuff. Yeah.
I love Cypress. I've got a Cypress Orange Dream Hypo double het clown pied female that it'll probably be the spring before she's ready. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to get her going and seeing what we can make. I got a Cypress Clown male that I'm gonna put to her, and I think they're going to come out phenomenal. But and I'm not doing any. Even this year, I didn't do crazy pairings. When that time was going on, I only had like 2 or 3 adult females, and they were all normal double-hip clown pieds. I had to borrow a male at the time because I didn't have an adult male. So I borrowed an orange dream Batman. People get upset when you say Batman. I borrowed an orange dream spot nose leopard clown pied male. And that's what all 3 of my clutches are. And like I say, that first egg pipped, and we cut it. And I'm pretty sure he hasn't came all the way out yet. So I'm not going to say 1,000% sure. But I'm pretty sure I got lucky as hell and hit a OD Batman pied.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Nice.
Congratulations.
So there's still some more yolk in there for him to absorb and stuff. So it'll probably be tonight or tomorrow. I was expecting to crawl on out. I'm not going to take him out till he does.
How many eggs did you have in your first clutch, G-Paw?
Actually, this very first one, I was confused on it. The wife straightened me out. She had like 7 eggs and 6 of them were slugs. So it was just that one animal.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So the next 2 have 9 each.
Oh, wow.
And they're all good.
Nice.
They're all developing well. And no mold, nothing, not having any problem with any of them at all. So
What do you
Nice.
use for the substrate?
water.
Water, okay.
Nice.
Oh, I did put. This time I do things. I try to take advice from everybody, see what they're doing, think about it myself, and do my own thing. Okay. So in the beginning, I was looking at the hatch right and the perlite and all this different kind of things. I wasn't excited about it. And these first 2 clutches, I used Orbeez in the bottom and then filled up with water and let them absorb the water. But I also have like a gallon container tub in the bottom of my incubator full of water to help keep the humidity up as well. So, I mean, it stays at like 98, 99% all the time.
There you go.
Nice.
And that way you can vent. It's not as important to me, at least it hasn't affected anything, to press and seal the lid, press and seal the lid on it and stuff. You can actually vent them a little bit so they get air in and out. Because I've got fans moving air through, and the humidity stays good. So it seems to be working so far.
Okay.
But from now on, I will probably just maybe put a piece of screen underneath my diffuser that I set them on, and just use pure water. As long as it's not touching it, it's not going to hurt anything.
Yeah. No.
But, so what is your dream pairing right now, Will? I know it's going to have your bullet stuff in it, right?
Yeah. So. It's definitely bullet. I'm kind of excited about all my bullet pairings because I'm pairing it to like a lot of different recessives. So I'm gonna be working it in like all ends of basically whatever you can think of. But I think my most anticipated one right now is the Bullet Boy. He's het clown, so I put him to a Firefly spot nose clown. So that'll be probably the first shot at any bullet clown combos. I think right now I'm the only person in position to make bullet clowns.
Nice.
And when FNA first started talking about the bullet gene and showing it to me and talking about it, they were talking about it being a possible replacement gene for spot nose. So this is going to be a good opportunity to see how does it react compared to spot nose, especially in clown, if you still get that same tight wonky pattern or not. And then if I'm lucky, I'll be able to see a bullet spot nose and see what's the interaction, both of them together and what it does and stuff like that.
That's what I was going to say. It'd be interesting to see what they do together.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you were talking about FNA, I got a shirt the other day in the mail. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe I'll stand up where you can.
Hell yeah.
Well, your green screen kind of takes it out, but we can see it.
Okay.
The green eye and everything.
Yeah, shout out to Fred
Shout out
AJ
to
for
Fred
the
and
shirt.
AJ. Shout out to the Dinker Squad.
Oh yeah.
I got a hat from them this week too, and I love it. You know, that little eye in the middle glows in the dark kind of thing, and it's cool.
Oh yeah.
Real comfortable shirt. And, speaking of them, sorry G-Paw, July 4th at 6 p.m. I think it's Mountain Time. They've got an auction over there on Morph Market. Why take your money, waste on fireworks when you can invest in great quality animals too? So just want to.
And I will say, if you get an animal from them, it will be a quality animal with quality genes, the best of it that you can get more than likely.
Yeah.
Because they don't buy junk and they don't put junk out.
Nope.
And I can appreciate that as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play another commercial. Then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about tinfoil fitted.
Awesome.
If I can find it.
ReptileAds.com is the modern marketplace for buying and selling reptiles, amphibians, and exotic pets. Built by Purple Turtle Technologies, we're creating the most trusted platform in the industry. Join thousands of breeders and collectors on the most trusted reptile marketplace. List your animals, connect with buyers, and grow your business with Reptile Ads. Enjoy our easy access to stores as well as a genetic calculator for your convenience. Stop by and check us out today.
The voice that played it safe, rewired pain into my fuel.
Mike, I need you to remind me to put the Morph Ave logo up on the backgrounds and stuff, because I start to do it and get sidetracked.
It happens. It's all right. They don't want to see my ugly mug up there anyway.
Yeah, well, I do. So how did tinfoil fitted get started, Will?
I've always been into a lot of like the fringe topics and conspiracies and stuff like that, and a lot of the stuff that's like going down right now. I've been talking about this since like 2010, and people, thought I was crazy. And now it's all happening, and they're just like, holy shit, how the fuck did you know that? But then the show itself kind of came into fruition. There's two other guys. I can't think of their names right now, but it's just like a reel that I usually see on Instagram, like scrolling. And the guys will talk about funny conspiracy stuff, but they have like a tinfoil hat on. So I sent it to chat one day, and Wiz started laughing at it, and I was like, bro, the tinfoil fitted hats though. And he was like, that's it, bro. He's like, that's the show. He's like, we're just gonna tinfoil fitted podcasts. We're gonna get our tinfoil hats, and we're just gonna talk about fringe shit. And I was like, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I enjoy the conversations. I really do.
How many people have told you, you're just conspiracy theorist, and that's not really what's happening in the back of your mind? Like, yeah, eventually it's going to come out, and then be like, oh shit, it really, that happens.
I don't think everybody's ever told me that I'm a conspiracy theorist or like said that I'm not gonna that I'm crazy or anything like that. I think most people either just kind of like are shocked when I say something, or just like, like, whoa, because then it starts making sense to them, or they just blow it off and don't pay no attention to it and kind of ignore it. But like I said, now that a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about for a lot of years is starting to come true, and like I'm talking about like specific details, dates, all types of stuff, and people are just like, yo, like how did you know that? Like,
yeah, I'm weird with dates and stuff too. If a date happens, I'll go back and research, and and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, that didn't happen on that date, or
Yeah.
Definitely some things stick out. It's kind of like with a Kurt Cobain who used to talk about. So one day that Donald Trump will be president, way back when. Never thought
Mhm.
about, never thought considered politics, things like that. That just happen, and you wonder, has this been in the process the entire time? You know,
Yeah, you would almost think that you're a writer for The Simpsons because a lot of that stuff's happened on The Simpsons.
I mean, yeah. One thing that I've been talking about since like 2010 is, and I didn't know who the president was going to be or anything like that. I just said that now, the president now, this like year, is going to be our last president. We're not going to have a president no more. We're going to shift into a different type of religion, or not religion, but like government or whatever. And now a lot of people are saying that, and that's not just
Yeah,
you know
communism. Yeah,
yeah, a lot of people are really believing that right now. They're seeing the shift and stuff like that. So that's one of the big ones that I get, where people are like, yo, like how did you know that?
I tell you, I really despise politics. I don't mind talking about them. Don't get me wrong. It's just I wish we could just dissolve parties altogether and be Americans and do what's best for each other.
amen.
Instead of this week it's okay for this group to feel this way, but next week it's to their benefit not to feel that way, so they change their view for publicity. It's crap. So on 10 Full Fitted, I know you've had several. What's the funniest moment that you can remember on the show?
Dude, the funniest moment. Not really sure, but I would have to say, like, just in total, in general, that's what we did about pandas not being real. That one was hilarious. We definitely had a lot of laughing moments on that episode. The topic itself was just ridiculous and hilarious, and it's just funny to me that there's a lot of people out there right now that really believe that pandas aren't real.
Right.
It's hilarious.
I think, and it's not just on your show, but one of the funniest things is these expressions that Wiz comes up with on his face, man.
I can imagine. I'm not biased or anything because it was me, but Chris was on a podcast and then Wiz was watching it, and or then he's like, "Yeah, let's see what Chris is going to say." He goes, "Oh, it's Blind Mike," and then when Wiz was like, "Three Blind Mike, that's his nickname," and then Will just starts, I don't know whether I should laugh or get off the stage for a second, but he had him roll. Then he was talking about like Sylvester, like a cat, making a shit, like putting him back in the hole and shit, and me trying to whack him. I was rolling. I was like, man, so that had to be probably the funniest one. But.
Heck yeah.
What trends in the ball python industry do you think are here to stay? That's kind of like set in stone, maybe.
As far as projects and morphs go, I'm just gonna have to say clown. That's not going anywhere. It's still gonna be like the king of the recesses or the genes or anything like that. It's the only thing that gives you such a Jurassic different look, and interaction and stuff. Even though a lot of the clown combos all look the same, but like you still want to see what this new gene is going to look like in clown, what it's going to do, what this combo is going to look like, stuff like that. So I don't think that's going anywhere. Even with more genes coming out, whether they're codoms or recessives, still everybody's wanting to put it, with clown and see what it does.
Go ahead.
And then as far as other trends, I'm starting to see a big uptick in better keeping methods and better husbandry and stuff like that. And I think that's cool. I think that's going to stay, and I think it's just going to keep getting better and better.
Right.
And I don't mean so much as like, people trying to put their 100-gram ball python in a big 4x2x2 and stuff like that. That's obviously been proven not to be very good for not just ball pythons, but not any snakes.
Yeah, they can't figure out
But
why.
I mean,
and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking more of just like the better keeping in general, like just keeping things clean, changing waters more frequently, getting to know your animal, watching them, understanding that they're animals and they're going to do what they want to do, not what you want to do. Stuff like that. I think people are getting more of an understanding and more of a respect for their animal rather than just like something that they can breed and make money with.
Yeah. Are you more of a online sales or in person? What would you rather?
I'm definitely more of an online sales person. I haven't had anything on Morph Market in a while, but when I did, I was really selling a lot. A lot of behind the scenes sales. But I think I need to get back into doing some shows. I've vended the ARS show in Indianapolis a couple times, and I've cleaned house over there every time, especially like the last time. Me and my boy Nate Naughty Balls, we shared a table, and combined we made like $4,000 in one day.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think it was back in May. April or May, I met John from Mission Morphs down there. That's the first time I ever went there. So it was a pretty good show, busy show.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Well, several.
That was just like their. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was just like their regular 1-day show and stuff that they do too. It was before they even started like their big 2-day one. So I've been looking forward to getting into that one and vending that for the 2 days. There's a lot more people there, a lot more bigger names there and stuff like that. It's kind of like a little Minley Tinley. I've heard the vibes are really good and stuff. Brian is an awesome dude. Super cool, super respectful. I have nothing but good things to say about Brian from ARS. Like he's awesome and he's gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
So, several different podcasts have lightning rounds or rapid fire rounds, and I kind of enjoy those. And I haven't talked to Mike about it yet, but we're going to start one today. So we're going to call it trial by fire.
Okay, I like that. That sounds fire.
So, Mike, next week you need to come up with the questions for the trial by fire for Jake's Exotic Mold.
You got a job, Mike.
So if you're ready, we'll go ahead and do this. They're simple questions. I know the answer to this one. Clown or pied?
Clown. I like pied and stuff, like the way they look, but it's just not something I want to work with myself or try to go through the trouble of IDing it and shit like that. So I'll let everybody else make them and I can look at them.
Right.
Awesome.
So if you could only have one morph project, is it going to be clown?
Ooh, that's a good question. As far as like a recessive gene goes?
Whatever gene.
Ooh. I think I would probably have to give up the clown and go for like hypo.
I like hypo a lot. I actually have 5 or 6 visual hypos right now, and I love them. I really do.
Elias, you heard it first there.
Uh-uh.
Throw that in there.
Ashy love.
One gene you will probably never work with.
Ooh. Probably pied.
I think it's going to storm.
I thought you were rumbling with the microphone there for a second or earlier. Like, which G-Paw were they doing? You okay?
We got a storm brewing up. That means it's time to pair somebody. So this was an easy one. Rack or display enclosure?
It depends on what you're keeping, but for ball pythons, definitely a rack is the way to go.
Frozen, thawed, or live?
Live.
I agree there too. Your favorite reptile besides ball pythons?
Ooh. Shit. Damn, you got me caught off guard right there. I'm gonna have to go with Sudan plated lizard. That was one of the first lizards that I kept and just thought was really cool, and it was kind of obscure. Even today, you don't see a whole lot of people with those out there and stuff like that. I've been looking for more, and they're really hard to find. So,
yeah. Coffee or energy drinks?
ooh, I love both. I'm gonna have to go with energy drinks, but I've given both up for it's been almost 2-3 months now and stuff. No sugar, no coffee, no energy drinks.
I have never drank a cup of coffee in my life.
I like it.
Favorite movie?
There's a lot, but I'm gonna have to definitely say Forrest Gump. I can watch Forrest Gump over and over and over.
Yeah, definitely so. How about your favorite meal?
My favorite meal? Ooh.
Sit down.
Either some type of Puerto Rican food or Arabic food. Other than that, just like a grilled cheese. I'm simple. Like I don't have to have fancy. You make me a good grilled cheese, I'm happy.
I like some good grilled cheese for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of strange. Instead of putting butter on the bread, I put mayonnaise on it.
Mayonnaise. Yep.
What I'm ready to say.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So what's your biggest pet peeve?
Ooh. I sound like an asshole, but lack of common sense.
Yeah.
It's very lacking in today's society.
It is big time. It drives me nuts.
So the last one I'm going to give you here, and it's not like a lightning fire kind of thing, but it's what legacy do you hope to leave in the reptile community?
Come on.
Ooh. Just to be kind to people, accept people for who they are, regardless of anything, and yeah, just be kind to people. Just bring more people into the industry. We can't bring new people in and new keepers in if everybody's treating them like shit and being a dick.
You're right.
So.
You're right. 100%.
Just be kind to people. If somebody's not doing something, the right way or whatever, you can talk to them and point it out and give them advice and stuff like that without being a jerk about it and stuff like that.
Okay, so we're going to get ready to get off here now. I'm probably going to get knocked off by lightning if we don't. Who do you want to give shout outs to?
Definitely to Wiz and the whole Wiz Tang fam. Everybody over there is super cool. Like literally their family and stuff. We all check in on each other and notice when somebody's not posting or something might be going on, stuff like that. We all definitely look out for each other. Give a shout out to Fred and AJ and the whole Dinker squad. Everybody over there, we definitely a lot of cool people there, a lot of people that have a different perspective and view on this whole ball python thing, and I think that's gonna show for itself here pretty soon. I want to give a shout out to my sister-in-law Amanda, who started her own podcast. She's definitely doing her thing, getting her watch hours and her subscribers, her viewers and everything up. Super cool show, the Trippy Panda podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out.
What's the channel?
That's it, the Trippy Panda podcast.
Okay.
Yep. She talks just about a lot of Chicago shit, issues with love and dating, entrepreneurship. It's just like a really raw, live, uncut show. It's cool. Everybody go check it out.
When is it scheduled normally?
Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, I'll try to check that out then for sure. Tell everybody when, and where we can find Tinfoil Fitted in case they don't know.
You can find Tinfoil Fitted every Thursday at 9 p.m. Central on 217 Pythons on YouTube. And then you can find me on all social medias at 217 Pythons. Starting to get more into the TikTok thing, so definitely everybody go follow me over there and catch me over there. Do more snake content, but right now I've been hanging out with my sister-in-law and our old game banger buddies and stuff like that. So
I probably asked you this either by message or maybe I asked Wiz. Is there a store or shop where we can buy these Tinfoil Fitted hats?
at the moment there is not.
Because I want one.
Yeah, so right now it is over $100 for me to make one.
Yeah.
So I don't really think anybody wants to pay that much. If you do, hit me up. I'll get you one made. I'm literally not going to make a penny off of it. Whatever it costs is what I'll charge you and stuff like that. But I've been talking to the homie Nick at Forever Kennedy a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think he said he recently found somewhere where he can get the shiny hats wholesale. So we're going to look into that and maybe get some glow-in-the-dark edition tinfoil fitteds that we can get out to people.
That's cool. Well, either way, the end of August, I'll hit you up. If that's what it's going to cost, it will, because it's just a unique item, and I like it.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you.
And so, Mike, how about you? Who you want to shout out today, brother?
I'll give a shout out to F&A, Fred and AJ. They're on right now, so after you leave us, go over there and check them out for the shirts and all the advice, and just anybody and everybody that's helped me along this journey, small journey that I've been on. Shout out to G-Paws for welcoming me onto the show and stuff. So I know there's a lot more out there. Shout out to Chris Eaton, the Fat Man. I know he's no longer going to do the Fat Man show, but he's still going to be doing the Deeds Not Words campaign this year. It ends July 18th, and they met their goal and they're over their goal. So make sure you go over there, get your shirt. So
Right. Well, I want to thank you, Will, for coming on. I appreciate you. I do watch your shows and stuff. If I don't catch them live, I go back and watch them afterwards. And I admire your resolve and your consistency. And the things you overcome is hard, and I know that. So I admire that too. And I would say that the people who go through the most adversity become the strongest and sometimes the best people, because they can deal with things better.
Yep.
And Mike, I appreciate you, buddy, for tagging along with me and keeping me out of trouble. You definitely make the show better. Without you, it'd be a lot harder. So I do appreciate you very much. And of course,
that means a lot.
Shout out to everybody who has helped me so much and continue to do so. I appreciate everyone, and my wife as well, because she puts up with this old guy, and that's probably not the biggest thing in the world to do. And I just want to plug something else. It's not going to be tinfoil fitted kind exactly, but starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, we'll have the Forge Perspective with me and Coach from Coach Royals Reptiles, Robert Whittier. And Mike, you're welcome to join us, kind of thing. I'll send you a link, kind of thing. So, if you guys get a chance, tune in tomorrow and we'll see what we're going to do. We're going to just kind of discuss current affairs and some old fellas' perspectives on things. Which is probably not what most of the world think, but that's what we think. And hey, if you don't like it, you don't go watch.
Yeah,
Oh,
make
yeah,
sure you
that would
turn
be
on that
cool.
notification bell, because if you don't have that bell on, you might miss it.
That's right. So I appreciate everyone out there, and definitely when you leave here, go over to Fred and AJ show, Serpent Show, and watch them play along in their race game and stuff. You can win some good credits and things with different breeders, including myself. And you want to see some fantastic animals, that's where you'll see it at, and they have a damn good time.
Always, always.
So I'll be backstage if y'all want to shout for a minute, and we'll go ahead and end this. So thank everybody for tuning in today, and go over and see Fred and AJ.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for having me on, and shout out to you guys for doing your thing. Not just being new, coming in with the snakes and stuff like that, but channel and stuff too. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy getting on here and getting comfortable in front of the camera and stuff like that. And you guys been really showing out. It's a good show. So shout out to you guys.
Appreciate you, Will.
Thank you very much.